Righty-ho, so it's Tuesday morning, 8:30. I'm almost at the fields that we're working at today. Yeah, it's about half an hour drive really. A bit faster now that the roads are dead, you can be a bit more flat out. And I've got the KV on, Convernon Ripper, and I am waiting for Dad because he's got to come and fertilise and spin this first. So he's got to do a couple whips, then I'll be in with this, and then Kuba's here for rotor spike. I didn't get to film yesterday because we had an absolute disaster again, absolute mare. Basically the pin with the sensor on, like that holds the lifting arm in, on the left here, so it was a left lifting arm. The cover had fallen off, the bolts had snapped inside, the cover came off, and then the pin had come out and ripped the wires off. So now I've got light here flashing because the sensor is obviously been ripped apart, so that's not working now for like the draft control. But because all of our work for the spuds is done on depth, like off the crumblers and stuff, or off your link arms, so I don't actually need the draft control thing. So that's fine, we got it. So my tractor was down at the mechanics yesterday. They whipped the wheel off, got in under, managed to fix something on to keep it all together, so that's been sorted now. So I was in Dad's 826, living the absolute dream, dropping a gear and boom, straight across the field. And I had the KV on again, and I was ripping the headlands on the 35 acre field. Got them done just as I finished. Jim turned up the bed former, bedded it up, went in well. So well, I imagine he's had de-stoning this morning. Kuba's bringing the rollers out here, but he's then taking them on to the land that my brother is ploughing later on today. So he is ploughing some land that I was flat lifting the other day that dried out. So yeah, there's 40 acres there. I did 20, so he's got 20 acres he can plough. And then he's got to then hitch the flat lift up, so I left it there, and then flat lift the other 20 acres. So it's all go. It's all go. And there's actually a field that, well, we soon got over it. The farmer that owns it ploughed it. Dad fertilised spinned it. Kuba cultivated it, and then Ben and Kuba went out there ripping and rotor spiking. And it got bed form yesterday, so that field is pretty much done. I only went there to drop a trailer of seed off, and that's it. So haven't been involved in that field at all. So yeah, that's got that thing done. About 10 acres or something, just in out of the way. But once we've done this land here where we are, which is the furthest away from our farm, we're pretty much on the home straight after that. Soon we should be due to finish in a couple of weeks. So I've done the first field, finished that about 12, it's now 20 to 2, and I'm in the 20 to 3, sorry. And I'm in the second field, just in the short runs, getting them finished up. Then I'm going over to some ground that had Swedes in over the winter, so they're quite messy. And yeah, have to break that up a bit so that it's ready for ploughing. Mum and Dad have just come out with a fuel Bowser, topped me up. So now I've got a full tank of fuel again. And then doing Kuba, keep him going. And then I think they're going out to my brother who's ploughing. So they're keeping all of us rolling today. Keeping the wheels turning the way it should be. So we'll be able to have a fair day today on the tractor. Get a lot of land worked over. Righty-ho, bloody hell. So it is now 5:15, and I've just spent the last hour back here at the yard fixing the ripper. When I was doing my first lap around the headland, came to a stony patch, and basically this ripper's got, I'll show you later, but it's got these like green, they're called leaves, and it's a like series of metal, and it's meant to help with like the sort of suspension of it, and like it being able to like hit stuff and keep going. and just sort of like brace the impact. And basically we find that the top ones always come under, like the top sheet that holds it together to the frame always comes under the most pressure and seems to crack. Then once it's cracked, it's pretty weak and it ends up going at some point, and that's what I had going here. So I've just been back here swapping that over. You have to take the panel off, undo the like tension bolts on the leg, put your new like leaf together, and then whack it back on. And it's always a bit of pain, but I've sort of got a technique for it now, as it's happened a fair few times. So we're back on. So 5:15, get to the field for about 22:06, and yeah, keep going until I've had enough. So I mean, I'd like to give it a fair go over there. Got nothing else planned for the night, but we'll have to see. Hopefully it goes quite well. So this is what I'm currently dealing with here. As you can see, the Swedes, obviously they haven't dug the headland here, and you can see across the field there they're growing. So we've pretty much got a field of Swedes still here, and plenty tufts of grass. You can see up across here, just big old tufts of grass, and we've got big old blocks of mud like that. So good job we got the crumbler on the back. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Field of Swedes, some hard old ground. So what I was saying earlier, the breakdown that I had is that these bits here crack along here, and then when that cracks, this whole thing comes apart. So you got to take this whole sheet out, and it can be a bit of a pain in the ass. But we're up and running. See what we've done. See what we've got left to go. It's quite a nice field. Some nice long runs, a bit hilly at the top, but it's not the worst we've ever had. So there she is, the rig. See what this different weight on, and let's get farming. So we had my tractor breakdown yesterday, and then today we've had this KV ripper leg brake. Although that's not massive, it's still a pain in the arse, as it meant that I had to drive past where I am now back to the yard, change it for an hour, and then come back. So it just ruins it's just inconvenient. And as well as that, earlier today we also had one of our telehandlers break down. So luckily Dad had finished running fertilizer and using it, and shortly after that it broke down. So that meant we had to get the mechanic out to come have a look at that, because we obviously need it up and running for when the planter gets there, tipping in the seed. So it's just breakdown after breakdown at the minute, but these things happen. They're bound to happen. The kit's working. It's probably the busiest time of year for all our kit, and it's just gonna happen. But it is a bit annoying when it happens each day, but these things get fixed. Like the tractor, it's back up and running now. Had a lovely day in the 826. Can't complain, it was alright. But it is nice to be back in this, for sure. That's why we're gonna have a hell of a night ripping this field up. To be fair, this converting ripper is actually doing a good job at this. It's got the crumbler on the back, and it's got the like disc blades, or like the discs, so that's chopping those massive chunks of mud up and slicing up the Swedes. Sure, we'll be able to get rid of the Swedes and sort it all out, neaten this place up. Wednesday afternoon, I'm here in the Big Blue. She is. I've got the flat lift on. See, we're just breaking up this stubble here, which is quite hard. And then we're doing that before Ben comes in here ploughing. And here he is. He's in the field here next door. See, it's ploughing over quite well. It's not too bad. We'll need it's a bit slabby in places, but there he is working the new 660 in. See, like that. Just needs breaking up a bit, but apart from that, it's ploughing over quite nicely. flat lift's doing a good job. We're getting her dusty, got the 5 furrow on. There she is. So I'll best get on with my flat lifting, because it's coming in here next. So yeah, better push on a bit. So I mentioned it earlier, but the bit that broke the other day is this down here. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, that broke. Pin came out, but we're up and running again. We're up here with a lovely view, so we're in this beast. So we've got a pretty nice day on it. So this evening I'm going rotivating, so she's put my PTO in, and then we'll be off. So I'm going to rotivate that Swede ground. Just going to rotivate the hedges, the foot of the hedges, and some of the tram lines. Like I said earlier, I'm here where the Swedes were. Kuba's in the field above rolling, and I'm here with the rotivator on. Just rotivating the foot to the hedges, because quite grassy, and I'll do some of the tram lines because they're also fairly grassy. And down the bottom here, along this bottom hedge, they left the headland, so there's a fair bit of there's a fair few Swedes there, so I'm going to try my best to get rid of them. So that's what I'm doing tonight. That's probably it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It will mean a lot to me, and the channel's really growing, which is amazing to see. So I'll see you in the next one.